Hey guys! So if you're watching me, what does it say? Archived pre-recorded, you're going to probably see this part. However, if you're live with me, I don't know if it starts at the very beginning or when you first come in or whatever, but hey Jody, thanks for joining me. I'm going to wait for more people to come in before we get started, obviously, but I've got tons of stuff laid out here, and you should see the explosion of stuff all over this craft room. I have tons of stuff out, and I am ready to go. I've been playing around with some of the things, but mostly I'm gonna just fly from the seat of my pants today. I hope you guys don't mind. I what I thought about whether I should just say I'm just going off the top of my head here, or whether I should just go ahead and make it look like I had everything planned out. But to be honest, life is chronic, and I had some things in life crop up this week, and so I had a little bit of my time that I would have prepped. I used it to take care of my cat. I had to take him to the vet, and he's 14. He's, stuff is cropping up now, and the vets are expensive. I'm sorry I'm going off the whole crafty track here, but you guys, veterinarians, why do we not have like insurance for pets? And I know there's some out there, but I don't have insurance for my pets, and holy Hannah. Whew. Hey Monica, Kathy's here, yay. change the header. Okay. I always forget that, you guys. So what we're actually going to be working on today are easy to make embellishments. That's my favorite thing. And card fronts. Card fronts. With chat, because of course I'm going to be chatting with you guys. And I think that will save. Okay, it's saved. Excellent. I lost my train of thought there for a second. The reason why I named it that is because you can use any of these embellishments to just slap on a card and away you go. So you can call them card fronts, or you can call them embellishments. And off the crafty track again, I have one more thing that I just kind of want to mention. Just because you guys are my friends, you're my family, and it's related to my teeth. The tooth that I have missed. Thank you, Kathy. You rock. I have a partial in. I had it adjusted again, and every time I get it adjusted, I have to then work out how I'm going to speak with it because there's a big piece of plastic under there, blah, blah, blah. This will be in here for 3 months, and then I'll have to make changes. So I hope that I will not be a whiny mess for 3 months, and you won't hear another thing about it until I either get my permanent partial, I decide on a bridge, or I decide on an implant. Cheers! I found the coolest stamp in my stamp hoard. It has 4 different snowflakes on it. I have not used this, so I must have got it pretty recently. I want to see if I can get it to clear up here. There we go. All those little snowflakes, so there's one on each side. And that's how it goes. Somebody abused it with some white ink, and I suppose I could take some kind of a cleaner to try to get that off, but hey, what the heck. It's still a stamp perfectly fine, so we may use that. I just thought I would throw that out there. Yes, please let everyone else know that we've begun. We should probably put a link. I didn't go back to... Kathy, could you go back to Quality Crafts and just put an update that yes, we are live, everything's on, it's good to go. I always put one out like the night before. I'm trying to get a little bit more proactive in letting you guys know when I'm gonna, when I'm gonna be live, the 2 days, but like, what are we gonna talk about, and remind you that it's coming up because we're so busy. People are busy. Hi, Jen Rains. Oh, I'm so excited that you could come too. That's awesome. So while you were looking at some fun stuff here, I haven't gotten started, but here's one that I made just recently. I realized that, and here's a quick tip. I mean, a duh tip. I should have had this as like my title. Get a paper pack where everything matches, so you don't, I want to use scraps today. Of course, I'm going to show you how to use your scraps. I'm big on that. But this is paper that came from a paper pack, except for this little wig bag thing here, that all goes together. I'm going to show you that in just a second. And same with this one, except for this piece. These were all separate actually, so I've got one example of each. This one came from paper pack, the paper matched, and then this one came from some scraps of things that I've been using. You may have seen this before. So here is the paper pack where everything matches, and I guess I bought it because it looked cool, but you actually get this paper that looks like birch bark, and that's what this is on this card here. That's this birch bark paper. It's really cool. And then some get on camera and lose my brain. What do you call that? Somebody's gonna say it. I'm gonna watch on the comments. Someone's gonna say that. Crisscross pattern. And then there's this really beautiful green color, which is this. It's like an olive green. Favorite. One of my total favorite colors of all time. And hey Janet, who else am I missing? Sue, thanks for joining, Sue. And then this one on top that's got like happy holidays and these like, I don't know what you call those. There's like rickrack and different kind of borders. And I might play off of the borders because I know I do right here. I have a border stamp. I did actually pull out a whole bunch of stamps that I wanted to use today. There it is. I have this stamp. This is a recent purchase too. I haven't even really used any of these yet. But you can tell that they're all different like borders. So if I wanted that stitched pattern, I could get it without having to draw it on. I have another one similar to this, but I can't find it. So we'll go with that one today. Anyway, that's some of the paper that we're using today. The other one came from, and some of this I used on one of my other, was it on the live stream, I think? Is this Holiday Shimmer by, who does this one? Holiday Shimmer by Recollections. Duh, right in front of my face. So that was the shiny paper, and then the last one was the K & Company, which had some stuff in it. I know I've gone over these before, but those of you who are new, there's all these different fun patterns in this, and they're all kind of Christmassy. Although tonight doesn't have to be all about Christmas, it's just kind of what I have laying here. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to get started and just keep chatting as we go. Another really cool thing to do, and I just got these on sale, pardon me, is if you could ever, I know you guys probably have tons of these laying around your house. These are like brand new. Only a couple of them were actually used, I think. If you have stamps like this that have, let me find the one that I'm looking for. That is not it. Oh, here it is. The holly one. You can see it better right here. This is the stamp, but it's got holly and stuff. These are so good for this kind of thing. I just want to show you quickly what I mean. So I'm just going to color this black, although it would look a lot nicer if I took time to watercolor or put some colored ink on it. But if you do square, if you have already prepped, pre-cut, pre-done stamps that are in little squares like that, you make that, and then you can color it in. I'm not going to take the time to color it just in the second, but I may during the video. Cut it out in an already cut square, and then we're going to put, I am going to use this. We're going to put this on here with some paper behind it, and it'll be automatically, boom, there you go. You have one made already. And it only took you a few minutes just to stamp that out and put some paper down. So I'm going to take some of the green that I used from the last one. And if you, were in my last live feed, you saw that I wipe my stamps off with a baby wipe. And then I take that baby wipe and I just hang it on the garbage can next to me, because otherwise I forget and I set it on an already done project, and then that water seeps into it and turns gross. Okay. I see you guys are talking about white ink. White inks take a long time to dry, but here's the good thing is if you've got white ink and white embossing powder, or white ink and just clear embossing powder, you can go ahead and emboss it right away, and then bam, it's dry. So I think somebody mentioned that. She said you could also just put the white ink on without the heat if you're putting on dark colors of cardstock. Ooh, yeah. Cool idea. I'm looking for a big, oh, I didn't bring it over. I have a huge square punch that I can use, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut this into a square. I think some of you guys have been with me quite a bit on these live streams and my videos as of late. And so a lot of you guys know that I just got over kind of a cold. It seems to be lingering in the back of my throat. I've never had that issue before. And it's really frustrating. I'm just cutting off a tad bit on each side so I can make it smaller than the white one. So here's one. All we did was stamp out a square stamp that we had and put it on top like that. And you can add more layers. You can build this up. Hey, I have another interesting thing for you guys. This ATG gun that I just have this feeling it is going to run out during this video. So any of you guys who've been around wanted me to do a video on how to change that out, I'm going to do it live here. If it runs out tonight, I'm pretty sure it will. So then you just put this one down. Oh, and you know what will be really fun, even though I already have some tape on there, is if you emboss this first. So I'm going to grab an embossing one. I should have pulled out all my Christmas ones, right? But I'm just going to grab one off the shelf because I like the look of this one. This is a Cricut Cuttlebug one called Charles. Charles is my hubby's name. I'm going to put this one in there and the tape should be able to come off and run it through my Cuttlebug, which is over here. I think you can kind of see where I am. And I will probably feature some May Made It stamps today because I have tons of them and they're awesome. I'm just getting that tape, ATG tape, to release from my folder. There we go. This is so cool. Embossing adds just that little pop of wow to everything you make. I love it. And then we're just going to put this right on top. Let me know in the comments if you get a second to are you crafting along with me tonight, and if there's anything that you wanted to see specifically. Do I have a picture of, maybe if I yell loud enough he'll come in here. You guys can see him. I'm gonna pop this up. I changed my mind. I'd probably blast your eardrums out though if I yelled for him loud enough for him to hear me to come in here. I don't know that I can. I mean, all my pictures I have of him are on the computer, so I don't know that I can actually show it to you from where I'm at and what I'm doing. You know what? If we put this up a little bit, we could wrap some twine around there too, and that would look really cute. I have a bucket of twine. I think I do. Let me grab my twine. I'll be right back. Yes, I found it. Wahoo! I took it out of my bucket though. I rearranged, so it's all in here now. So I got a ton of this twine. It's all different colors, and I got it from the dollar store. You can get like 3 of these. Not all of this is dollar store, but majority of the smaller ones are. I wanted to do just red, but I don't know if this is red or pink. Let me dig it out. Yeah, it's more of a pink, but you know, that would still go. Let me pull this one out. I'm not sure if it's red or what. It's hard to tell what. There we go. That one would, yeah, let's go red. Super cool. We could do non-traditional colors too. I mean, I'm all for that. The last time I did a Christmas tree that I can really remember, I did it all in pink. It's really cool. So I'm just going to untwine this. I don't know how much I need. I'm just going to cut it there. Put that back in its housing and just wrap this around. Now, I see some people that just put it on the front, some people that wrap it all around. However you want to do it, it's up to what kind of a look you're looking for. It's not quite enough for me to go around that many times. There. And then if you're good at tying bows, you tie the bow right onto here with what you have. And if you're not, and people use tools here like a little tweezer. I have tweezers around. Let me think where I put them. Okay, this one's my favorite because this is the opposite. When you squeeze it, it opens, so that when you let go, it holds what you're wanting it to hold. So that's, I see a lot of people do that, and that holds it for you, and then you can tie it again. But I'm going to show you that if you're really horrible at tying bows like this, go ahead and tie it right into a knot. Okay, because you can always glue your bow on top of there. So cut it tiny, and then make your bow. I don't want a real big bow, so I'm going to try to tie one with just this last little tiny string I have left over. Should have probably totally brought that view in for you guys. All right, and then we can just pop that on with a little glue dot. Let me grab my glue dot. Oh, I have my hot glue gun here. I'm just going to use that because I did plug it in and it's ready to go. Although it's such a teeny tiny itty bitty, what do you call it? Almost burnt myself. Cord. Why they make these things with the tiniest little short cords, I don't understand. But it won't reach here. It barely reaches the desk that I used to do all my videoing on. I put way too much glue on there, but I just worked it out. So there's my little bow. And if we want to cover that up, we can add another cute little something there. Here is a box where I do a lot of organizing with shoebox. This is a shoebox of like all my little blings that I have. So I've got tons of blings, and a lot of them are new, and then some of them are, the ones that I put in here are the older ones, and then the newer ones I keep on the side. And that's just a little bit of, that just helps me keep it kind of organized. And so since I don't have a red one, I'm going to take one of these clear ones and one of my alcohol markers, which is a Spectrum Noir, and it's DR5. And you can do this with a lot of things, which is why I buy a lot of things in white and I buy a lot of things in clear. First of all, I'm going to cut this apart because I don't want to color all of them. I just want to color one. And I'm going to, oh no, it gave me the wrong adjustment for my webcam. Shoot. It gave me the one for my face instead of the one for what I'm coloring. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring anything in for you. Boy, that's a red and it looks really pink on there. We're going to go with it anyway. I can always add color to it later. So I'm going to put that on there just because I want to kind of cover up that big glue goober. So then they have like a little, it looks almost like a little, one of these berries fell off of the holly and landed on the bow. There we go. And then if you want to add a little bit of color to that, you can. I don't have a lot of my coloring agents laying around here, so I'm going to skip that. And for those who are just coming in, we're doing a live event from the Quality Crafts page that connects to my YouTube, which is entitled just Jen Evers, which is my name. And my cat is outside the door. He's the one that's not feeling well, and he just cries for his mama all the time now. Here's one that I already made with some birch bark paper that I had from a paper pack that matches. And then I used some of the scraps from the last ones to make this one. And then we just went ahead and stamped a square stamp. If you already have stamps that are squared it off and added it to another piece of paper. Now these two are 3x3s. All right, and this one, this one is, the largest one is a 2 3/4. It looks smaller on this side than it does on the other side. There you can see how big it really is. 2 3/4 of an inch. And then the circle on the inside is 2.5 inches, and I'm using a lot of punches tonight. But if you don't have punches, you go ahead and use one of these bad boys. That works out really well. Just trace it and cut it out. If you have electronic cutters, that's even better. And then for the center circle here, I use this old one that I have that doesn't have a lot of spring left to it, but I still keep using it. It was a 2-inch one by Marvy. All right, so those are the punches that I used so far. And then for the stamp set, for both of these, I use the same stamp set. I'm using the Hero Arts Polyclear stamp set. And let me just check, does this one have like a specific name? Not really, but I know a lot of people like to see this. I think this is like the call number if you want to look it up. CL722. I believe that's it. I'm doing a really bad job at watching the chat tonight, guys. So sorry. I see somebody said something about starting out with Spectrum Noir markers. I started out with Spectrum Noir because I just could not justify or afford Copics, even though I really, really like them. I have some now, but I started out with Copics, and I started out with Spectrum Noir, and now I'm so used to and so good at using the Spectrum Noir that I just automatically go back to them. So we're mostly using sentiments from this stamp set today. And I did cut out some larger ones, and I want to show you that if we cut a regular piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper down the center, at 4 1/4, there we go. We will get 2 card bases if you fold them straight down, right in the middle. And so these, we were talking earlier, you can put them right on the front for card fronts. Or you can use these as tags for your gifts or embellishments for something else, like a scrapbook layout. I think this one looked really cool on here. So when do we want to put underneath this? We want to put red or green? I haven't done any red on here except for the ribbon, but that might look kind of cool. So that's just an idea. If you put it on top of a card base, you can put any kind of color or whatever you want underneath there. And then if you do the dry embossing with a dry embossing folder, you can do this piece underneath to match that as well. So that is really cool. Let's do another little 3x3. I want to do one with snowflakes on it. Since I brought out the snowflake stamp, let's use this one right away. Yes, I'm wearing my jammy bottoms again today. Somebody yelled dark brown? Like dark brown for underneath this one? I have some right next to me. Let's try it out. Oh, what did I do with my card base? Did I just wing it off the desk while I was looking? Let's just make another one. I got one right here. Yep, the Copics and the Spectrum Noirs, both alcohol-based markers. That would look cool. Great idea. So another few ideas that I'm going to bring up from Shirley, what she sent me, was these could also go on a card. I'm missing a couple of little red berries. I don't know what happened to them. But she's got some trees and some sticks. And I know if you're following along with me, you might have already seen these, but just in case some of you guys have not, here are some other really cool ideas that we could recreate. These are little die cuts, little cutouts that she had. Come on, camera. Sometimes I have real issues with this camera, and other times it just, there we go. Just cuts in really, really nicely. That's so cute. So if you've got oval die cuts or oval punches, Those are really easy to make. And then these ones too, and she used some really cool 3-dimensional stickers on hers. They are adorable. Totally love, love, love. So let's do another one of these. I'm going to look through here, and I really want to do one with that paper that we saw earlier. Somebody told me what this was. I can't remember. What did you guys say this was? Plaid. I got it. It's plaid. I got to clean up this a little bit. Stick around because I have another really fun trick to share with you guys tonight. Don't go far. It's going to be really cool. I know some of you guys already know it, but some of you guys will be just like me when I saw it and went, that is so cool. So I have a 3x3 card there. I'm going to go just slightly smaller than 3x3 because I want this to be kind of like the background. And voila. So I'm doing mostly squares, but you can do ovals and circles and different kinds of things. I really like that. That is really cool looking. So maybe in this one we'll combine a couple of different shapes. But I'm going to put this down right away. I have so much stuff on my desk. We will never get to it all. And don't forget to remind me about the really cool thing to show you towards the end. And then I have, this is the green olive paper that goes along with it. So I want to put something over the top of that. I have punches that do that other one that I showed you, this shape right here. But I also have tons of these. Do you know that if you have a silhouette cameo, things like that where you can bring in JPGs, I think JPEGs, and what else is it? I forget what all it accepts. But if you bring it into the software from, like, you go onto Google and just type in that you want different shapes. Just type in silhouette of shapes, you know, so it gives you a black outline. Bring those into your silhouette, and then you can make that cut line to cut any of these kind of shapes that you want, and you don't have to pay anything for them. Because you're just copying a shape. You're just outlining. You could trace it by hand too, scan it in, and do it that way. Draw your own shape, scan it in, and do it that way. Oh, the white thing that's 8-sided. I forgot to mention that. This is a paper distresser by Close to My Heart. So basically all that it is a piece of plastic to protect you from around, what do you call it? Let me find the other tool that you find these in. One of these. It's a knife. It's like a round knife that's in there. And it's for distressing the edges of paper. So what I did with this one was I distressed the edge of this round one. Do you see how it's all like scraped up and it looks old? Hey, that reminds me. This has a white, this paper is white core, not this one. The shiny one, let me pull out a piece of that. This is what we call white core. A lot of you guys already know that, but the inside, it's not green all the way through. Can you see that where it's white there? So I'm going to run this through an embossing folder, and we'll just stick with the one that I just recently used. I'll put the whole darn thing through there. Woo! My tape fell. Scared me. Did I scare you guys too? So here's what I want to show you. This is another way to add distress and really cool stuff. Not by this way, but since we're talking about distress, is to grab I have little drawers where I keep these little things that you use for your fingernails, but they essentially have sandpaper on them, right? So I use a little bit of sandpaper because the inside is white. And then you get a really cool piece of paper that looks like this, that's green and shiny, but it also has some white on it. So cool. How neat is that? You can make all kinds of different designs with that. That would look really cool on here. Let's use a strip of that. Makes a lot of dust, so you might want to do it over a garbage can. I will show you how to use the distresser in a moment. Great question. Thank you for doing that, Kathy, where you're putting everything bolded. That so helps me. We'll do a circle on here that's also distressed. Okay, so we've got that across. Now we want to add like a circle. Let me see if I find one small enough. Where's my smaller one? This one would work. And I will do it in white. Should be able to fit another one onto this one. Oops. There we go. We're going to put that on there. But we want this to be distressed around the edge. So you take this and you just rub it in those little holes until it gives and you get the look that you want. You can do it really, really heavy. You can tear parts of it, or you can do it really, really light. I want some of these to kind of come up on the edge here. If you want this distressed look, and then that's kind of what it looks like. I wish I would have tested this out so I could bring the camera up and down closer, but we'll just have to make do. Next time I'll double check that setting. If you don't have a tool like this, you can use the sandpaper on the edge of your paper, or if you're really good with your scissors, be careful if you're not good with your scissors or you're shaky or anything like that. You can use the side of your scissors for this as well. I'll show you on a piece right here. I'll just cut off this scrap. Grab your scissors from the side and just pull it across. Okay? Get the same kind of look. Well, if we can get a clear look at it. Maybe if I stopped breathing and keeled over, we could get a sharper image. Jeez. Oh, I'm going to do it all the way around so you can actually see it better. There we go. Cool look, isn't it? Super fun. And then you can grab the edge and curl it under. If you're not good with using your hands to curl it under like this, you can use a skewer to curl it up. See, like that? I like doing that, and then you use a scrap of something. Like here I've got a little piece of this red that I threw away because it was getting kind of small. If you cut that off, put a little bit of glue on it, and then put it underneath here so that it looks like it's sticking out the side. You want to even it up so it looks like it's coming across with the same, at the same angle, if that makes sense. So that it looks like you have two pieces of paper, but you unwrapped part of it, and you know, you could do that with like, you could do that with brown underneath and make it look like a candy bar. Really fun, cool idea. And so that could go on top of there as well. Yeah, why don't we just do that since we've got it down here? We'll just use some of the stuff that we have. So we'll put this down. I'm just going to put it a little bit cockeyed in the corner here. And then we'll put this down in the corner. That way maybe somewhere on here or something I can fit another sentiment. So I already have a piece about that size, good enough to put that on there. Now, if you're making tags for Christmas presents and stuff, you don't have to take hours and hours to do this if you know these guys are just gonna get tossed in the garbage. So, you know, use your scraps, put something together. We could even do it diagonal. I like that. Let's stick it down. So use your imagination. You can do anything you want with that. Oh, that would look really cool if I'd have done a candy bar. I still have a bunch of these little guys here from the last one that we did on the video I did on how to make a cookie sheet. Oh, did I give away the last cookie sheet? I bet I don't have one laying here to show you. We can make another cookie sheet if anyone's interested. Just let me know. Hi, Noreen. So I'm just going to put this guy on here because I just think he would be a cute little addition. And he's just laying around, you know, he's got his extra scraps. You could put 2 of them on there and then maybe your tag would say from the both of us. Let's do that. I like that idea. I have a twin sister, so a lot of things come from, well, more so when we were little, but maybe not so much now. But when we do give gifts to our parents, cheers, we could say from the both of us. So let's add a little bit of glue to that. I wish there were like little emojis and stuff that you could put in there. Do you have like thumbs up, thumbs down emojis? Can you give me, well, if you can give thumbs up on the live streams, I would really appreciate that. Otherwise, if you're enjoying the live stream now, if you could give me a little smiley face or a little emoji showing me how much you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, I would enjoy seeing a tip of something that maybe else that you would like to see added in. Maybe do a couple 5-minute craft your scrap tags instead of, ooh, I like that idea, Christy. Excellent. So on Wednesday, instead of doing craft your scraps 5-minute card, I could do a craft your scraps 5-minute tag. I'm going to make a note. Where is my notepad? You know what? I didn't bring out my notepad. Kathy, can you take a note down for me? Next 5-minute card is going to be a tag. 5-minute tag. Go, May. Hi, May. Sorry if I didn't say hello to anybody. Hi, Tracy, Noreen, May, Christy, Janet, Jerry. She's got a big toothy grin on there. That's so cute. And then Stamp Girl with her little winky. Oh, May found the thumbs up. Awesome. Oh no, Janet sent me the poopy. You cracked me up, Janet. Okay, what did I say I was going to do here? You know what? I'm missing one of them. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ask and ye shall receive. I was looking for this the last time we did one. I always wanted to show you this one, but this one is just so much clearer when it works. Is the Zig pens. I don't know if this, I have tons of different pens. I'm trying to roll this around and see if I can give you, I guess it's just called the Millennium. Okay, Millennium 005. I guess that's the most important part right there. 005. It is the tiniest little point ever. Do you see how tiny that is? Hold on. I can't see it myself to show you. Stop breathing. There we go. Look how tiny that is. So that's what I'm going to do for here. And I'm going to write from both of us. And I'm going to do an exclamation mark with a little heart. I should have really checked that so you guys could see more of this. And I'm going to add just a couple little features to our gingerbread guys. Some little smiley faces and then a couple little buttons. Now if you want to get crazy cool, if you're going to send this on a card and not just put it on a gift to be tossed in the garbage, you could bling this up and give them little blingy buttons too. But there we go. We got a bunch of techniques on that tag, didn't we? That's really cool. Oh, Janet says it's not poop, it's the top of chocolate ice cream cone. Yes, if you have questions, all caps helps me because then as I'm glancing, I can go, oh, boom, that sticks out at me. 22 minutes left. What? 22 minutes left? Really? I feel like we've just gotten started. Man, these things should be like 5 hours. What else can we pull out? Ah. Janet, did these come from you too? No. This came from Scrappy New Mom. Let's use these. I don't know where I got these from. This must have came from my Christmas drawer. there's a bunch of, oh, look at this, all matching paper and stuff with some really fun snowflakes and Merry Christmas ribbon. Yeah, let's use that. Should I move some of this stuff out of the way? I don't want it to go too far because I like to do, at the end, I like to do a wrap up where I show you everything that we've made or everything that I've shown. So this time we're going to use a 4x4 square. I wish Charles would come in. I don't know if anyone here is friended to him. You could send him a message, although he might be watching TV, so he might not be near his computer. But here's a whole bunch of scraps that somebody sent me, and it's all like Christmas paper. So what if we just went ahead and made like a collage of Christmas paper? Just however it looks good to your eye. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just eyeing it up going, okay, that looks good. I'm balancing it out by putting light colors on the opposite sides. And that looks really neat. And we could, I totally want to pop these up. I wonder how I could get these to pop. This is neat too. I like this one. But we got a little piece in the middle. I think that the snowflake would pop more off of a plain color and not... Well, let's glue these down first. And then we'll see what we can add to this to really make it cool. I'm just going to go ahead and use, I probably should be using the darn ATG gun, huh? But I'm just going to go ahead and use the wet glue because it's just so convenient and it's right here. Oop. And I'm trying to create like the same amount of border on each side. So I've got, you know, like an 1/8 to whatever kind. Oops, to go around there. There we go. So this one will go over on top of that one. I did have that one, but let's keep, you know what, let's keep it the same. I'm going to flip this one over so we've got light colors on either side. Then I'm thinking, because my mind is just going, my mind's going, okay, you're right, these are going to pop better on something solid in the middle. Ooh, that looks really cool. Let's do that. I'm going to pop it up on these, and then to hide this stuff, we'll put like a bling on top. How's that sound? So let's just kind of, I wonder if these are stickers. I don't want to mess around with it if they are. Let's just put this right in the middle here. And hopefully this will be enough to stick this guy on here. Okay, and then I want to pop this guy up, so I'm going to put one right over the top of it to make that stay. Peel this one up and put one right over the top, but toggle it so that they really pop up. And then we're going to add a bling, like one of the blings that we had before. Well, that would totally be big enough. Let's go for it. Smash it all down so that look at that. That's really cool. I could have even popped it up more. Especially since if you're making tags and stuff and you're not going to send, or you're going to through the mail, or you're going to hand deliver these, you can totally make these. That's what I love about it. You can totally make these really super three-dimensional. I love dimension on my cards and things. I would add this Christmas ribbon, but it's not my favorite. I'm not a real big I'm not a real big ribbon lover. I'm thinking we probably could add even more stuff to this to make it crazy cool. But let's keep this. We hit almost 70 degrees today, you guys. It is November 17th. And we almost hit 70 degrees. It's really warm in here right now. I almost turned my heater on a little bit earlier because I thought I felt chilled, but dang. It's warm. I like this one. Do you guys like this one? Let's check out what it would look like on a card. Where did I toss that card base? Scream it out at me. Oh my gosh, I have so much other stuff I want to show you, and I'm just not going to have the time, am I? Here's one. I found it. Look at that. And if you wanted to, you could just cut off the bottom. Ooh, we could cut off the bottom. That would look really neat. I wonder if this matches. Oh, it does. It totally matches. Let's cut this down. I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4. No, I'm not. I'm going to cut it at 4. 4 by 5 1/4. So it's just, it'll leave a white space underneath here inside the card. See what I'm saying? Okay, we're going to do this. Ooh, a sentiment on the bottom too. Yes. Okay, so what I was thinking was if we put this on here, and what the heck, you know, I don't have any Christmas cards made this year anyway, so I might as well go for it. How many of you guys still make Christmas cards and follow a list from like the year before and all that good stuff? Somebody just mentioned Polaroid picture. Was that Janet? I have the Polaroid picture idea I was going to bring out too. Do you want me to do that one? That would look really cool. Let me double check where I'm at here. It's on this side. So I'm going to put this down here. Probably should have put another color underneath, but we're not going to worry about that right now. And then I'm going to grab out my bucket of scissors. Here's where I keep all my shaped scissors, and I've cut them on the side here so that I can see what all of these shapes are, and then I have them labeled as to like what color they are. So I'm just looking for what one I think would look really cool. I don't know, they're all really cool. Let's go with the purple glitter. And then this one cuts depending on what way you cut it. Now if I cut it this way, it's going to make those. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I cut it this way, the bumps will go up. Do you see that? Oh gosh, get it together, Jen. But if I turn it around and I cut it this way, then the bumps will go down. And I think that would look really funny, so I'm going to cut it this way. You'll see what I mean once I get this cut. And I'm just making the scissors follow the edge of this paper so that I can get it as straight as I can without having to measure anything out. And I'm just going to go all right off the end. Okay, so do you see what I mean now? The bumps went up like that. And then we've got that card that shows through the bottom. But yet it's a full card. That looks really cool. I wonder if that paper, I don't know, maybe it came from the same company, but I got all these scrappy doos from somebody else, and look how well it matched that one that I had. So cool. So I do have the stamps. Cheers, guys. We should have done a shaker card today too, just because I got shaker card on the brain now. I thought it would be really fun to do Christmas tags as a Polaroid. There they are, Polaroids. These are also really fun to use. If you've got just plain old stamps like this with big block areas to make tags with, these make really good background things. And if you do double second and third generation stamping, you can get a light background and then stamp a tree on top of that. Let's try that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we'll do it along with using this one. Now this is a Fiskars stamp set by Teresa Collins, it looks like, up here in the corner here. Fiskars stamp set by Teresa Collins. Does it have a name? It just says frames. Up here in the corner. There it is. So if you're looking for that one, pull it out, and we're just gonna do, you know what, it's kind of Christmas. Let's do this one, because I never use this one, with the stripes on it, so it looks kind of like candy cane. And we'll stamp it onto a piece of, let's see, I guess we'll do white paper, but we'll stamp it in red. I'm going to pull out my Stampaholic for this because if this doesn't stamp right, there's no way I'm going to line up all those little tiny lines. So let me get a piece of scratch white paper here. And we're just going to, I don't care, we're just going to put it right in the middle here. All right, get that stuck down and pull out a red ink. I'm going to go ahead and use Fired Brick because it's close by. Oh, if you're wondering why I have these in my inks, these are little pieces of felt that I hand cut. This one's been pretty well loved, you can tell. So that when I want to make, oh, what do I say? Let me pull out the thing. Goes on one of these tools. So it's got Velcro on it and the felt just sticks right to it, and then you can put that onto your, put ink onto your card using those. I did not put, whoops, ink all over the place. I did not put my pin back in my glue. Let me do that quick while I'm thinking of it. Okay. Get on with the card before we run out of time. Oh, see? Yep, I didn't get it all. I did accidentally get some in the center of the card, though. We don't want ink there. So I'm going to go back around. Now, this isn't going to be a perfect stamp anyway, because this is distress ink. But just, you know, close enough. I'm going to leave that in there just for now. We can switch it out later. But now we've got that really cool looking brains going in a million different directions. There we go. We have that already set up. And this one is straight, so it's super easy to just hand cut out. Or you can stamp it right directly to your card if that's what you want to do. Uh-oh, I'm not sure what that means. What does that mean? I only have 10 minutes left. Oh my gosh. 10 minutes and you're something special, she said. What does that mean? I hope that's a good special and not a special if you're catching my drift. Yes, I wanted to show you how we use this. Hello everyone who joined that I missed. I'm really sorry I missed you. Hello Jen. Yay. Okay, so do you say your name Sergeant? Sergey? Oh, I hate getting things wrong. But hi Satomi, let me know how you say your name. If you have to like explain it out. I'm going to use this big one. We're not going to use the whole thing, so we might have to mask off part. So I can make another background for this, and then we're going to stamp a little tree. I do want to show you how to do that. Where are in my little drawer here. Holy cow, I'm stuffing on all kinds of stuff down here, guys. These are so much fun, these live videos. I love it. Okay, in one of my drawers here, I have a whole bunch of sticky notes, and I'm just going to grab just one. You know what I learned? Do you see how it curled up there? If you want to prevent that, you guys probably already know this. You want to prevent that, you should always take your sticky note and pull it from the side. And that way it won't curl up as much. So I'm going to put this across the bottom here, just to mask that off so that we don't get ink on the bottom part. And then, do I want to stamp this? Yeah, I do. I'm going to put it on a block. You don't have to, but I'm gonna. And I want to do like I want to do a light green background, so I need just an extra sheet of paper here. This is just copy paper, so I can stamp off, and I want this to be green, I said. So let me grab a green. So I want this kind of a green, but I don't want it to be quite that dark. This one is called Mowed Lawn. I label all my inks across the front and I stack them up. I'll show you in my little teeny tiny ones because they're easier to grab, like that. because when you stack them up, you can't see the label on the top of them. So I want to ink this up, but boy, that's a lot of ink, and that's really dark, and that's not what I want, so I'm going to stamp it off and then stamp it on here. And we're going to get it like a hodgepodge look. This is not going to be a perfect look, which is kind of cool because I'm going to stamp something else on top of there yet. And I think this one's still a little bit wet, so I'll finish off with using that. Move this guy over, cap off my ink. And now we're going to do, because that's a Christmas tree, we're going to do a Christmas tree. I know one of these has the perfect Christmas tree on it. This is the one that I really want to do. But this one's much smaller. Let's use this one because it's small. I could even use this one because it looks like a real Christmas tree. This is a really neat one by Stampendous. It says it's an Archivers exclusive, so now that they're out of business, I'm not sure you'd be able to get this one. But Stampendous, and it's called Holiday Home. Anyway, I thought I would mention that because I really like that one. Here's another one that I wanted to get to that we probably won't get to tonight because we're running out of time. And that is Inky Antics. And this is We Washi You a Merry Christmas. And it's all washi tape. How cool is that? These are so much fun. Okay. But before we run out of time. Oh, the special thing! The special thing I wanted to show you. Oh my gosh. We have to finish this one up though. Do you guys mind staying a little bit later? I do not do a lot of die cutting unless you count my silhouette. I don't do a lot of die cutting with my Cuttlebug, if that's what you mean. Oh, this one's going to be totally black. That's going to look kind of odd. I'm going to take this off because I don't need it anymore. That's fine though. We're going to go for it. So this is going to make my tree completely black. It's going to look kind of weird, I think, being completely black, but let's give it a shot. Dang it, we're down to 5 minutes. That's kind of cool. I want it darker. I hope I can line it up. No, I think I might have missed. Oh, no, I didn't. Go me. Okay, so this next thing is really not going to take 5 minutes to show you this trick I wanted to share with you at the end. So here's what we ended up with. We did a stamp of the Polaroid, and then we did a second generation stamp of the green behind with a Christmas tree right on top. And then I would run some twine around here probably, and then put a stamp some kind of a sentiment, and put it on a 4x4 block, or maybe just right on a card front. Okay, anybody who wants to stay after, I think I'm just gonna, I have so much stuff here, you guys, I'm just gonna keep playing. So anyone that wants to hang around, Kathy, I know it's been a long week for you, and if you can't stay, take care of you, my friend, don't worry about it. I've got 3 minutes left. I'm gonna show you that trick for anyone who has to go. I hope that all of you guys don't already know this, because what a bummer to tell a bunch of people something they already know. But here's the thing. Making these things, we're spending tons of money, and this is a really bad example because I used really thin pattern paper, but making these pillow boxes, you don't need a pattern to make these. You can make these out of almost anything. So to show you, and this, like I said, this one's not the best example, but it totally works. If I wanted to put something light in there, I totally could. She showed, now I apologize, I did not put this down so that I could credit who I got this from, but it was somebody on YouTube. And when I do a video to show this, I'll probably do another video, I will credit her. So basically she said you can use any paper. So I'm going to use this one because it's a scrap piece of paper that I had. And listen, it's really thick, okay? So all you have to do is glue it together. Make sure you use some adhesive that really sticks. I don't know if this is going to work perfectly, but you just go ahead and glue it together on the back side. Okay, so it goes around, and then I guess you can press down the sides here so that you have that. Now those of you who are like, oh yeah, I already know this, you just go ahead and do your thing. But let me show you what they showed me how to do. They said use a plate, and I have one. Although when you do this, you want to make sure that when you put your plate flat down, that it doesn't wiggle and wobble like this one does, because it's not going to stay on straight. But this is what I have, so I'm just going to show you real quick. On the two sides that you have the hole, you're going to put that plate until it lines up with each one of those corners, and that's it. And then you're going to take something like my bone folder here, if I have it. Oh, I can't find my bone folder, but if you have one of these tools, this will work too, or a bone folder, or the back side of a pen, or a twine of a fork, or the edge of a spoon. You know, get creative. And then just, see, mine won't stay fully down because I got a wobble plate. Darn thing. Right against those edges, I'm going to hold the paper and the plate, and then just go around it. Okay, so I can see it now. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in, follow that, and make it deeper. And you do it on both sides. This might not have been the best, widest piece of paper that it could have used, but she said with any scrap. So I just grabbed one, folks. I did not pre-plan this. Go ahead and just put that, push that in, and then you should be able to just push that down right on that line that you made. And you're going to want to do it on both sides, obviously. But there's two sides, right? I'll finish it up for you. So I'll make that line on both sides. You want to make sure that it's touching on both sides and not just one. Make your line. This totally works better with really thick paper. I kid you not, because that first one I made was really hard to, really hard to fold in, and this one was a piece of cake. All right, and then just push this in. Oop. This doesn't have to be just for Christmas, guys. You can use this anytime, anytime, and then push it in on each side. And push it on the corner so it stays. Look at that. It's a quirky little odd shaped little box, but guess what? It's staying where it's at. And then if you wrap ribbon around the center, that would hold the thing together while you're gifting it. But how cool is that? You can make that on any kind of piece of paper you have laying around. And all I used was just, you know, a bone folder or a tool and a plate. And I didn't even measure the paper. I just went to town and did it. So if you want this to be, you know, shallower, then use a bigger plate. Use a bigger plate, or hand draw this shape, or use one of these. Put this on top of your paper and follow the edge of that. So yeah, it's super simple, and you don't have to buy the thing that makes them, which is like one of these. This isn't the exact one, but this is one of the envelope makers. But I'm talking about the thing that looks like this, and it's a pillow box maker. You don't need it. I got such a kick out of that. I hope you guys like that idea. And we're 2 minutes over. I so apologize that I'm over, but if you guys want to hang out, I'm already up. I already got all kinds of stuff laid out here. I'm sure I can make a few more things. So let me wrap up for those of you guys who have to leave. This is a live stream, not only just for my YouTube channel, but my YouTube family who likes to inspire and be inspired and post crafty things and chat with people to move over to Facebook, where we have the Quality Crafts Facebook page, and you can do that there, and everyone is welcome to join. Please come on over. We'll welcome you as you come in. You have to request to come in, and that's because we try to keep the people who are going to spam you and do nasty things out. It is a non-commitment group. You don't have to do any of the challenges or swaps that we have. Our challenges go from Sunday to Sunday, and our swaps are once a month as of right now. And then it's also a no drama group. I just don't, so if someone's creating drama for you, you need to let us know right away. But if you jump on board and you create more drama by fussing and complaining and whatever, then I boot both. And that's just my rule, because the best way to handle someone who's causing issues or drama is to ignore them and be kind. Always be kind. Okay? So, to those guys who had to leave, and thank you for joining me. I really, really appreciate every single one of you guys who came. I love doing the live things with you, and I'll see you guys next time. And for those of you guys who want to stick around, let's make some more stuff. So here, we're going to do a quick review of everything we've made, and then I want you guys let me know if you'd like to see another tag, another, what would you call this? Like a pin, a badge, or another card. And then we'll get started and I'll make some more stuff. Oh, Dee Dee asked, she says, I don't have Facebook. So is there another way to see the group cards? That is a good question, Dee Dee. Do you know what? Okay. Oh, Dee Dee, could you make it to my blog if I were to post where my blog is? My blog is Jen's Quality Crafts at blogspot.com. Oh, the winner from the last live feed, I almost forgot. Paula Hutton. I didn't write it down. Paula Hatton Vines. So Paula Vines, is she here tonight? No, need not be present to win. Paula Hatton Vines, she won from the last live feed, and so she gets to pick one of the cards that were created, either for or with. And here are the 5 cards from last time. So the last one we did was shaker cards, the last live one. So there's one here. There's Snow One Like You. And then this one, Be Joyful. I like that one a lot. This one has a couple of hearts, the double window. Oh, and since I did this live one on the shaker cards, you wouldn't believe the gorgeous cards that were there. Let me go back to Dee Dee's question. Absolutely check out my blog. Kathy, can you make a note that I need to post some of the quality family cards onto the blog? I mean, onto my blog so that other people can see them? That would be great. What a great idea. Thanks, Dee Dee. And then one more. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it all in there. This one says, love you, and it's got Christmas paper. I just love the way this one turned out. There are some fabulous ones where they actually put, something around here. My reasoning for not doing anything that was like super fabulously like amazing and all kinds of is because as a whole, as a rule, I try to make sure that everything that I do encompasses the beginner through the advanced. So the advanced would take the beginner stuff and some of the intermediate and other kind of tips and tricks that I get and just go crazy and make it your own. And so that's why I do it that way. I never knew you could make a pillow box like that either. Now I'm just like, oh, pillow box crazy, and I can use all my scraps to make them. So if you've got little tiny round like this, you could make teeny tiny. Oh, I just have to make one now. I have to see how it works. So Paula Hatton Vines. Let me put these down here. she gets to pick one of these 5. Congratulations, Paula. I don't think she's here tonight, but I will get a hold of her. If you ever win something from me on a live stream, I will get a hold of you. I'll find a way. If I can't find you for some odd reason, you're not connected to me in any way, then I'll announce it like I have here and you get a hold of me. Okay? I don't like to play the nobody got a hold of me game, so I'm gonna pick someone new, because that just takes a lot of my time and effort. And I put so much time into my channel and into loving you people and putting out really good content that I just don't want to waste it doing little things like that. So I'm going to stay and do more. We still have a lot of people watching, so I'm going to just continue. I want to make, and anybody who's watching tonight is going to go on the list. So Jody, are you making that list? Jody, she's my list maker. Anyone who commented and who was here tonight on the live stream will be entered in, and then you'll get to pick any project that we made tonight. So the things that we've made, either that I made for or made during. So this tag from the both of us, or this Christmas card, or this badge. Oh, there they are. And then these other 2 tags that we made. Okay. So you'll be in the drawing to win your choice of what's here. And then I really want to, let's prove this and see if we can make a teeny tiny card. Pillow box. I gotta move this box of scissors back because they're really in my way. And I'm gonna cut a strip from this Christmas paper right here. And let's see. This one's even smaller. I didn't run out of ATG tape like I thought I would. So you match up the ends and you just smash it down. And then you have that. I think this is going to work a lot easier. So I guess I'm going to have to use that kind of bigger one. And then you just score from corner to corner. And do it on both sides. So I'll probably go for another half an hour or so for those of you guys who are sticking around. So we want to see how well this works. And then you just tuck it in. You follow that score line and tuck it in. And then the gal that I watch, she just goes ahead and puts a ribbon around hers to keep it shut. No, I didn't even measure this. I just cut off a piece of paper from my stash there, and I just went ahead and did exactly what she said for us to do. Oh. Kind of want to put in the same 2 down and the same 2 up. And then crease it at the top. There we go. I've got another pillow box. I'm going to do that the other way. I'm going to push those ones up and these ones down. There we go. And then tie a ribbon around it to keep it shut until you give it as a gift. So there's 2 that I made, and then this one I made. This one was really big, but I said it was a bad example because this is flimsy pattern paper. It doesn't have any bulk to it at all. So this paper is really, really heavy. It came from a Christmas stack. I don't even know. It's a scrap that's been around in my pile for literally a couple of years, probably. I don't know where this came from. This fun Christmas paper came from K & Company stack that I've had around for a while. called specialty paper. That's about it. Doesn't have anything special. I got it on sale for, looks like $8.48, something like that. So that came from that. And then this pattern paper right here is just, I don't know, old pattern paper I had laying around. I don't remember where it came from. So since these collapse completely, I could probably, you guys can pick, the winner of tonight can pick one of these as well. And I usually put them somewhere together so that I don't lose them all. Yeah, you could totally make that. You don't have to have a store near you. You don't have to buy anything. Most of you guys probably have adhesive and something to just cut your paper, and then a plate. And then the end of anything. I mean, you can use the end of a rounded, like a rounded pair of scissors, or you can use a spoon. Cheers. I forgot all about this one that we were making here. You could also take this one and you could make this into a shaker card. That's pretty tiny and you'd have to cut that all out, but you could get away with it, I think. I think that would be super fun. I'm not going to do a shaker card with that one. Although I found some more stuff to put in my shaker cards if I double them up and make them really thick. And I think I showed this once before. Oh, was this a garage sale? An online garage sale? A garage sale. Is that what they call them? A virtual garage sale. Anyway, these are called magic scraps. I had never seen them before I saw them. This gal was selling them. And it comes in a container of a bunch of them, and it kind of looks like snow. So one of them is like iridescent, one's black, one's silver, and one's gold. Almost like if you were to take a Mylar balloon and just chop it up like crazy, like your Edward Scissorhands, this is what you get. It's really cool stuff. I want to make one with that. Make a couple of tags from scraps. Okay. I want to pull out. Does it have to be Christmas? A couple of tags from scraps that we do. Kathy, I know you're tired. You don't have to stick around, hon. Although I do really love it that you're here and it's so helpful. I'm talking about Kathy Dunahee because she's monitoring everything for me. But I know I'm going late, so I don't ever want to put you out. Sequins on the black Christmas tree. Ooh. You guys got good ideas. Let me pull out my sequins. And I didn't forget, so while I'm doing the sequins on here, let me know whether, what kind of scraps. Can they be any scraps or do you want Christmas? Okay, Kathy. So here's the bulk. I think I have more than just these, but here's the bulk of my sequins. So what color sequins should we put on this tree? What color are these? These are a real deep purple or something. I have red and green, gold and silver. That would probably look really cool. Should we go silver? Silver is my favorite. So I should probably share that during the holidays, if you are thinking about it, it would be awesome if you join Quality Crafts on our Facebook page. Kathy Dunahee literally sends out a birthday card to each person that is in that file. I tried to make all the birthday cards, although I don't always keep up with them, so she helps me with that, but I do try to hand make all the birthday cards. And she soaks up the cost of all those stamps. So this holiday season, if you wouldn't mind, if you would think about Kathy when you're sending out your Christmas cards and add a couple of extra stamps in your Christmas card, that would be fabulous. We would really appreciate that. And if you ever want me to do a 5-minute card with a bunch of stuff that you toss in an envelope, I just think it would be really fun. You're always welcome to send me an envelope of whatever kind of stuff just to challenge me to see what I can make out of it. for the 5-minute cards, and that's every Wednesday. I come home from work, I pull out all my scraps from the week, or maybe from years ago that I have hiding in my closet. Lord knows I have enough, more than enough. Then I pull out all my scraps and I make a card in 5 minutes and I time myself. So if you're new to that and you haven't seen it, go back into my YouTube channel when we're done here and check that out. There's 10 of them already. Can you believe that? We've made 10 of them. So if you pull out your scraps and I push the timer on my video, you can scrap along with me. That's fun. How's that? What a great idea. That's super fun. Thanks, Janet. I missed something. Oh, Black Christmas for the depressed. Oh, I hope you're not. Oh, I hope you're not. All right. So I'm guessing I can just go ahead and make any kind of scrappy-doo tags. Here's a lot of stuff that I have laying around here in this container. Some stickers I've had around forever. Looks like I've kind of started using them. I have them all over the place. And here's some more scraps of stuff I have laying in it. I have this box full of all this junk, you guys. I just, like I did, that's really pretty. All the kind of techniques and stuff I do, sometimes my paper that's left over, I just have that hanging around. So we can make some tags from that. I have some already tags in, I don't know what all this stuff is, but there's a bunch of tags in here I haven't used. So you can cut your own tag, or you can get tags. You get pre-cut tags. How about if we decorate a couple of these bad boys? These are kind of cool. These are already embossed on the bottom too. Let's do a couple of these. So brown, kind of an off-white and a silverish. Okay. I really like this, but I don't think that's gonna make, I don't know, who knows. Let's cut out one of these. I love the, I'll try to see as much of the color in there as I can. Oh, that's fun. What else can we get? These are definitely not going to be Christmas. But let's just use up some of this paper I have. More scraps. See, more scraps now we have here. We'll have a house full of scraps pretty soon. Oh, I gotta turn my glue gun off. I just don't think we're gonna use it that much. I've just about burned up a quarter of a stick letting it sit there. I need a new glue gun. I need to buy one that isn't so wasteful. What else can we put on here? Oh, these are fun. Does anyone have one like that? And you could totally cut these by hand, but I'm just being lazy. It'll match the green one. We could put one there. We need some other colors. I've got tons of scraps of all kinds of other junk laying around here. See if I can find one that's purple. Oh, sure, why not? Oop! Jumped out of the way. Purple goes. We could do a purple one on that one too, couldn't we? Sure, let's do purple. What else do we want to do? Oh, you know what? I should have used some of this fabulous stuff for some of my tags. You guys have some of this corrugated stuff? This stuff is super cool. And we don't really, well, that one's kind of got red. Let's add some to that one. I'm just following that line down. Will it fit though? Oh yeah, it'll fit. Whoop. Put that down. And then this guy, is my purple going to show on there then? Purple red goes, right? Purple and red must go. Oh, it kind of covered that up, didn't it? We might have to put something underneath there to make that stand out. Where's my circle cutter? Ooh, that might be kind of big. Let's try it anyway. I'm just playing around. You guys got some thoughts, you let me know. So what if we put that on there so that this stands out more? Then you can see it better. Put our little fishtail here on there. Kind of think we should put something around the edge of that. Oh, Kathy's counting down my extra half an hour and I have hardly even put anything out yet. I never even used these cool. Okay, let's take this off of here. This one's got the most like green in it. I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna do it in black. I really want to try out these snowflakes here. One thing about using these non-see-through old red rubber is that you kind of have to look for the side and eyeball where you're putting stuff. I like this one. I really like this snowflake shape. And then you just kind of have to guess where you're putting it down. I didn't do too bad. Was I in frame? Oh, I hope I was in frame. Come on, camera. There we go. I need to save up for a better camera. One that like will clear up and do its thing without wasting so much time. But we could do this one. I'm almost not even liking this anymore. Maybe we should save that for a different project on a different day. What if we added some... Nah. What if we added something to that one? What could we add? Should we stamp something on it, like one of these? Santa rides again. Do you see that one? Santa rides again. I didn't even notice that before. Santa rides again. Let's do it. I like it. It's funny. And hopefully I get a nice dark image, so because I don't think I could restamp it in the same spot. Oh, not so much. One more try. Not the best. But you can still see that it's Santa. I like that. I need a new wet wipe. Oh, you know what? As long as we're doing this, I'm going to get rid of these. This is not floating my boat. I don't know about you guys, but those go somewhere else. I really want to do some of that washi tape. Okay, Janet. Waiting for a pee break all night. Cheers, guys. So here is some of that washi tape. I got another set of washi tape too, but it's not Christmas washi tape like this one is. And it's a close to my heart set, so I might pull that out sometime. But this is Inky Antics Clear Sets. It's called We Wash You a Merry Christmas. I had it for a second. There we go. And so let's do, this will cut down on some time. I'm not going to be done by 7:30. I don't think I'm going to be done by 7:30. So much for the bedtime tonight. Good thing tomorrow's Friday. Well, here's my thing. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to put this all on the Stampaholic so that we can stamp out a whole bunch at once here. It'll save time. Yay! Someone else is drinking with me. Every time I say cheers, she takes a drink of our apple cider. Another thing that I really want to do for you guys sometime soon, before this whole season is completely over, is to create something using this set, making a tiny scene with all the little trees. And look, there's Santa Claus and his sleigh. I think it, nope, those are people in the sleigh. Gosh, just can't get it clear. There we go. And then the little teeny tiny fence, and there's trees, and that's a little holly. Oh, and they're so tiny. Everything on here is just so tiny. Look at the little snowman. This one is that one that I showed earlier from, it's an Archivers exclusive, so I don't know if you can still get it. But it's by Stupendous, and it's called Holiday Home. So that one's super cute. I would like to do that sometime. Here I am just going to put down some of these washi tapes. I really like that they include one that says Jesus is the reason for the season, because I think that's pretty unique. Now I'm going to do these all in one color, although you can color these up any way you want. What's that one say? Do not open till Christmas? Nah. I'm going to do those 4. That'll work. And I'm not going to use, I don't want to use Distress ink this time. I'm going to use a Close to My Heart ink. I almost fell over, people. Almost. So much stuff in here. So this one is a Close to My Heart ink, and it's called Holiday Red. Holiday Red. There it is. Okay, Kathy. You have yourself a good night. Thanks for sticking around. I love you so much. This is kind of like a Misty, but it is called a Stampaholic. The ultimate stamping solution, it says right on the side here, Stampaholic. And how this is sold by, I had somebody give me some feedback about they went to buy one from somewhere online who had it, and it took forever to ship. So I didn't get this from a place that had to ship it. I got mine from like a stamping convention sort of thing in Wausau recently, within the last couple weeks. And it comes in a box like this. They're normally 60. I got mine for 51. And it's sold by Die Cuts and More. Oop, there we go. Die Cuts and More. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It comes in a box like that. I wish I could show you the whole darn thing in one shot, but I can't. Night, Dee Dee! I need a piece of paper. Let me pull one out that I think will fit in here. I gotta cut it in half. Okay, we'll do this last thing and then I'm gonna go. But I really want you to see these washi tapes. I'm sorry those tags didn't turn out that great. I just kind of did those on the fly. I do like the red corrugated one. We might actually finish this one off yet tonight. That one's my favorite one. I really do like the way this one turned out. I enjoy the snowflakes. So you can do all of these different colors, but because of time, the time element right now, I'm just going to go ahead and ink them all in red. This is not going to totally cover. Let me see where I'm. Nope. I just put my two magnets together, and I guess that's a big fat no-no because sometimes they totally break. I've heard people say that these have broken on them. On the Misty, I don't know about this one. So you can tell that I did not get a very good impression, so I'm just going to ink them up and stamp them again. I'm giving it a little harder of a push too, because sometimes I don't get everything stamped out right in the middle the way I think it should be. And one more time. One more time for good measure. Not the best stamping job by me, but that's how it comes out. And then you can actually color it. See, like this one turns out solid with "We Wish You a Merry Christmas," so I would not want to totally put that in black. But if you did this one in black and this one in black, you could color them. And then this one, of course, is just a strip. So those in green and red would be cool, or blue or purple if you're going off colors for the season. That would be awesome. I should probably pull out the one from Close to My Heart next time too, so you guys can see those washi ones. They're really cool. Boy, red ink is a real stainer, isn't it? And I like the red one the best, so I'm going to try to save that one. And I'm just going to leave the stamps in there for now, so I'm not wasting time cleaning that up. So then all you have to do is cut it out, and you can use it like real washi. The only thing that's hard to cut out is the very ends, because it shows where all of the little, it looks like it was torn, basically. So that might be a little bit harder to cut out. I'm going to get some little scissors. Yeah, I know, they're really expensive, and I am happy with my little DIY one. There's nothing wrong with it. I use that mostly for like traveling to my sister's house when I don't want to pack everything in the kitchen sink. You know what else would be really cool to cut this with so that you don't have to mess with it is one of those scissors. One of these shaped scissors. If you can get one that looks kind of like it was torn. Do I have one that kind of looks that way? Well, how about something like, yeah, this purple and black one. It says purple and black, this one. That one's kind of got a bumpy end, so look at that. That looks cool. So if you don't want to cut it, you can use your shaped scissors to cut it, and that would look really neat. Now these are just plain strips, so if you wanted to make your own washi stamps, you could stamp any pattern that you have and just cut it into strips, and it would look like washi. You wouldn't even have to buy things like this. So you could just stick it on like that on any one of your cards across the top. Would look good on this one too, even though they're two different reds. I like that idea. Oh, I'm getting close on this. I'm going to be doing a how to refill your ATG gun very, very soon. That is cool. These didn't turn out as great as I'd hoped they would, but if I re-stamped that one and color it in, that would turn out really cool. I must have jostled my paper because I got a little bit of a jump in the stamping. But those are really, really neat. I like that. All right, let's wind her down. We're at 7:38. Oh, Christy is watching the countdown. So once I get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'll might as well mention that while we're here. Here are 3 of the things that I'm gonna give away for that. This one is a Cuttlebug folder. It has a folder and a strip that does this one right here. And then I have a Fiskars micro tip blade and a Fiskars precision knife. And those are just 3 of the things that I'm going to give away for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. And there's going to be 2 winners as of right now that I know of, because another one of my friends is also donating probably like a PayPal or a gift card. So stick around for that. Christy says that we've got 42 people until we hit 5,000. Oh, Kathy's back. She went to the couch and rejoined us. Oh, Ann Chambers, we would love to have you on the Facebook page. Thank you for all the thumbs up and the little, what are those, little stamps? Stamps. Hi, Ann. The Santa Rides Again set, May, is, no, Santa Rides Again, I'm sorry, that's this one. I don't think I said, this one's from Hampton Art, and it's a ditto stamp. I don't have many of this. It says ditto on the top. If I can get the clear up for you. No, oh, there we go. Yeah, ditto stamps by Hampton Art. What's the back say? That's about it, but here's the number if you want to look for it, if you want to look it up. SC0508. Yeah, and it's pretty small. It's like a, I don't know, 4 by 2.5, 4 by 3. Oh, I like Ellen DeGeneres. Okay. So we should probably add something to this one. I'm thinking like maybe a snowflake. A snowflake would be fun. So I got a bunch of them lying around, not sure why. And a gem. I need a gem on there. Let's pull them up. Pull those back out. I almost can't get anything else out here because I can't cut anything because my cutter is filled with stuff. Oh, I got one that's all full of paper. Would this go? Because it's such a deep red? Or maybe a smaller one? I like the look of that. It's kind of different. It's not a shiny one. And it sort of brings those 2 reds together. You see that? And it's really kind of cool. Hello, camera. It says, forget it. You're past due. I'm not doing my job anymore. I'm done. Oh, there we go. See how it's like multifaceted? I think that's neat. So there's another one. There's all kinds of other little things that you can add to these things. If I were to cut some of these out, I got a bunch of little dies like this that go through the Cuttlebug. These would be super fun if you got a bunch of these. They used to be really inexpensive. I don't know what they cost now or if you can get them in sets or what, but those are Provo Craft. In the corner you can kind of see it says Provo Craft on there. But I got a couple of those. I know I have a whole box of these that I had put away when I moved some of my stuff because I wasn't using them, and I decided to pull them back out. But I know a lot of people don't have this sort of thing, so if you have a silhouette or a Cricut or anything that cuts out all these fancy little things, putting those on tags is super fun. All right, let's pull out everything that we made tonight so I can kind of wrap this up for you. Move some of this out of the way. I've got, ooh, when I pulled out all that stuff, I like buried everything that I had out here, you guys. There we go. So here's some of the stuff, actually all of the stuff that we made tonight. And we will be drawing one winner from everyone who was in on tonight's live stream to pick what they want. Probably I'll probably let you pick 2 or 3 because they're small. Yeah, I think that would probably work. So we made a couple of tags. A whole bunch of tags actually. One of these little things. Okay. And then this one that we did with the extra little gingerbread, and I really like this technique. And then we showed a technique here, and double or second generation stamping here, where we stamped off the dark green and made it a lighter green background, and then added another stamp on top. That was super fun. This is a stamp that's already in a square, so it basically creates the card for you. All you have to do is put a background on it, and we just added some twine. So here are all the things that I've either made or we made together tonight. And so we are all here because you're either on my Facebook page, which is Quality Crafts, or you are subscribed to my channel, or I hope you'll subscribe to my channel, which is just my name, Jen Evers. And the way these two are connected is that Quality Crafts is my Quality family of people that see me on YouTube that want to be inspired, and share their creative things like we have here. And we have a lot of fun over there. We do a challenge a week that runs Sunday to Sunday. And then we do several swaps each month. The challenge every week is to make a card either going by one of my YouTube videos or by a theme. And then all you have to do is post a photo of it up on the right album. You don't have to send it to anybody. Or you can join in the swaps where you get partnered up and then you send whatever you make by that theme to a certain person. And then if you don't want to do any of that stuff, the Quality Crafts Facebook page is non-commitment page, which means you don't have to commit to do anything. You can be a lurker, you can just comment on everybody's stuff, or maybe you just want to set up your own album and then just share all the things that you do. We would love to see more stuff shared. Share, share, share. We love to see what everybody's making. Does not have to be something that was on my YouTube video. Everything, any kind of crafting is welcome. It's just that I love paper crafting. And so that's how those two things are interconnected. Cheers. We are very close to doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm just waiting until I hit that benchmark. And these live streams, if you want to catch them in the future, always happen on Thursday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Sunday afternoons from 2 to 3 Central Standard Time. And the only way you can get into the chat part of this is when I am live. So once I finish up the video and I close it down and put it, it'll archive onto the channel so you can watch it later if you feel like you don't want to look back at some of the stuff we've done. You can rewatch it, but the chat disappears. The chat will no longer be there. And then what else do I need to mention? The giveaway will happen. Oh, the holiday coming up next week. Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the United States if you're not from here. So there will not be a live event on Thursday. I'll be up north baking candy and goodies and stuff for the Christmas season with my family and celebrating Thanksgiving. But I'm drinking Diet Mountain Dew. Diet Mountain Dew. Cheers. There will be a live stream this coming Sunday and the following Sunday. There just won't be one this next Thursday on Thanksgiving, which is, I think, November 25th, if I'm right. I'm not going to look it up, but Thanksgiving night there will not be one. I do not know what we're going to be doing Sunday yet. So if you have suggestions, if there's more things, you know, if you can branch off from something, like let's say you like this type of technique, or do you want to see more tags, or do you want to see cards? There's something specific, I don't know, let me know. If there's a specific kind of fancy fold card you want to learn how to make, we can always do that too. So yeah. Or 6 to 8, Rose says, or 6 to 8. Right? You never know. There might be an extra hour tacked on. You know, I never know how it's going to go, and an hour always seems so daunting. And then once we get started, I'm like, bam, the hour's gone. Yeah. Okay, good. Thanks. Someone looked it up. It is the 25th. No live stream next Thursday, but there will be this coming Sunday and the next Sunday. And then, you know, depending on when Christmas falls and all that, you know, I'll let you know how that goes. So, ooh, shaker tags. Christy says we could do shaker tags on Sunday. Yes. That would be awesome. Okay, I really should wrap this up for you guys. Thank you for so many of you sticking with me for so long this evening. I really, really appreciate it. And I will draw a name for these. Actually, I won't. Jody takes care of that for me. She will make a list of everyone who is here. She will draw one. And the winner from the last live stream was Paula Hatton Vines. So I will get a hold of her. Yay, Paula. And I cannot wait to see all of you guys next video. Bye-bye.